Hello, very good morning to one and all. This is Pavan Kumar. In this session, we are going to learn about Python and MongoDB. So, how can we establish a database connection with MongoDB from Python? And how can we create a new database into MongoDB from Python? And in that database, how can we create the collection? And how can we insert the JSON documents, etc. All are going to be covered in this session. So, I will quickly jump onto my Atlas cluster. So, this is my Atlas cluster. I just log in into my Atlas cluster. So after login into the Atlas cluster, we are going to have an option called as an connect. So which will provide three types of connections. One, by using a MongoDB shell for connecting for an application, or connecting using a MongoDB Compass. So here I am going to select the connect to our application, which will display the types of languages that we can connect to MongoDB. For example, it will display C, CPP, Java, C Sharp, Node.js, Perl, PHP, Python, Ruby, Scala, etc. So here I am going to select a language called as in Python. Yes, I am going to select my version. So it will give a connection string to connect to MongoDB. So I will copy this connection string. Now I will quickly jump onto my Jupyter notebook. Yeah. So this is my Jupyter notebook. So before going to establish a connection to MongoDB from Python, we are going to install three types of packages. One is a Mongo client, which is a client-side representation for a MongoDB cluster, and DNS Python, that is a domain name service Python, in order to establish a connection to MongoDB. And the third one is PyMongo, which is nothing but a tools for interacting with MongoDB database from Python. So after successful installation of all these three packages, I'm just run the first line of the code, that is from PyMongo import Mongo client. Then the connection URI string has to be passed to a variable called as an URI, and here I have mentioned my database name as MRP. So this URI has to be passed to Mongo client, so which is stored in a client variable. So upon successful running of this client variable, I'm going to run this client. Yes, here I got a MongoDB connection, and the connection is success. So it will represent true. And here I am going to list the database names by using list underscore database underscore names. So which will display all the database names in my MongoDB Atlas. Now here I am going to take one document value or one a collection. So let me simply clarify it. So here it is a sample underscore mflix. So sample underscore mflix is a database name. In the database, it consists of a collection with a name called movies. So I am going to call the collection with the database name by using my database name as client. So I am going to transfer all the values, that is all the documents in that movies collection, into a movies variable. So here I am going to run this code. Now I am going to display that movies variable, which consists of all the documents in that movies collection. Now here we can also count the documents also by using movies dot count underscore documents. Yes, it will display 23530 documents are present in that collection. Now we can find the very first document in that collection by using find underscore one method. So Python comes with a method called as an find underscore one, which retrieves the first document in that collection. So this is the first document. So here just I have imported the PyMongo and I established the database connection. And also we can find a particular document by passing a particular value. For example, caste is equal to Salma Hayat. So which will give that particular data in the document. Now we can also store our cursor in a variable and print the documents. Here we are going to use a dumps, which is from a JSON util library, to print the output in a perfect format. Like we use a pretty method in a Mongo shell, we can use dumps method here while connecting to MongoDB from Python. So here it will display the method, or it will display the output in a very perfect format. Now ID is a default value which is going to be retrieved by MongoDB whenever we are going to hit any type of query. If at all we are going to skip that ID, we just pass ID is equal to 0. So likewise, I will run this code, it will defaultly display the ID value. If at all we are going to skip that ID value, we can pass ID is equal to 0. Underscore ID is equal to 0. It will skip that corresponding ID in a document. And moreover, we can limit the number of documents by using a method called limit. That is, here I am going to limit the documents to 2 only. So for that I am going to pass a method called limit. So limit of 2, which is nothing but it will displace only 2 documents. So the above query is almost all equivalent to aggregation pipeline in MongoDB, where we are going to print the title and cast, and we are going to skip that ID, and we are going to use dollar limit, which is equal to 2, which will print only the first two documents. And moreover, here we can use a matching string as well as projection also. That is MongoDB aggregation methods. Now, simply here I am going to create a method called get underscore database, where I am going to import the Mongo client and PyMongo by establishing a connection string from Python to Mongo. Here I am going to create a new database. So let me call my database as shopping cart. Yeah, so I have created a database called shopping cart. So this will create a database into MongoDB from Python. So after creating a database, we can call the database name, or we can see the database name also. Here SSL equal to true, which will represent that the database is created. I will show later in the Mongo Compass whether the shopping cart database is created or not. Yes, here you can see that whenever I will run or whenever I will hit the DB name, here I can clearly get that shopping cart, which represents that the database name shopping cart is created. When once the database name is created, we can create a collection. So we can create the collection into MongoDB from Python. Here we go. That is collection underscore name is equal to DB name of, here I can specify list of items is my collection. So I will hit run. So the collection is created. So the collection name is list of items. So here you can clearly see that the list of items collection name is created in the database. So here we can add the JSON documents. That is, here I'm going to take an item underscore one, which consists of ID, item name, and discount, batch number, etc., and item two also. So these two items are going to be added into the collection by using a method called insert underscore many, which is provided by the Python. We can add the documents into the collection into MongoDB from Python. So where we can find whether the values are inserted or not by using a method called find underscore one. Yes, it will clearly retrieve the first value which we have inserted into the collection. So in this way, we can create a collection and we can add the values into the collection. Now we can get the database using a method what we have defined in pymongo underscore test or insert file, etc. We can create a new collection and we can retrieve the values also. For example, here in the above I have created a collection with a name called list of items. So I am going to pass the same collection name to this database name. That is, let me type this list of items. So I will clearly run this code. So I will query whether the value is being inserted or not. Yes, exactly the value is inserted, but it will not give an output in a very readable format. In Mongo shell, we can use a pretty method. Here we have used a dumps method in the above, but here we can print the individual items also. Yes, here I am got an individual items. If at all I will hit item underscore details, I will get the cursor position of item underscore details. Yes, MongoDB, the document values can also be converted into data frames. For that, I am going to use a pandas library. Here, I am going to import a data frame. So, see the magic. Whenever I am going to make it to a data frame, it will directly create the documents which we have inserted in the collection into a particular data frame. Yes, exactly the data frame is created, but the values are empty. We can pass the values. So, we can find the collection details also. So now I will open my MongoDB Compass and verify whether the database is created or not and whether the collection is created, and in that collection whether the values are created or not. So I will open my MongoDB Compass. Hold on, give me a second. Yes, MongoDB Compass. So in order to connect to the MongoDB Compass, we are again move on to that Atlas, where it will provide the connection string for MongoDB Atlas. That is MongoDB Compass. So here I am having my MongoDB Compass. I will copy this connection string. Now I will go to my MongoDB Compass and I will paste that connection string and verify whether the database is created or not, or whether the collection is created or not. So it is initializing. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, the plugins are going to be installed. So after installing the successful plugins, the MongoDB Compass will ask for the connection string. Here I am going to paste my connection string and I am going to change my password. Yes, I will hit the connect button. Yes, the connection is successful. I will verify whether the database is created or not. Yeah, I will scroll it down. I will scroll it down. Let me take the shopping cart. Yeah, shopping cart database is created, which consists of a collection, that is list of items. So in that list of items, we have inserted two documents. So these two are the JSON documents. So in this way, we can create the database from Python into MongoDB, and also we can insert the values into that collection from Python using a MongoDB. And also we can create the collection and we can insert the JSON documents into the MongoDB. In the next class, we are going to learn about how can we perform the aggregation in MongoDB. Thank you.